and welcome to WRPV and WRPV Studios. You know, I live in a world of technology and I hate it. Technology is a blessing and a curse. But what makes me stay is that I'm surrounded by people who are so much smarter than me and so much better at this whole scenario. Like you guys know, I have Edgar and Angel, and now with next to me is Jürgen, and you are with ACT Computers?
Correct.
Okay, you did an interview with me already.
Yes.
But this is different.
Right.
This is, you're about to do your own stuff here.
Exactly.
All right, so what's your plan?
We're going to have a weekly show called Tech Talk, and we'll be talking about technology. It'll be interesting. It won't just be about technology jargon. It's going to be an easy thing to understand.
So idiots like me will understand it?
Yes.
Okay.
No. No. It's going to be just entertaining. We're going to talk about technology, and we have guests coming on the show. We'll talk about what they use in their business. So let's say if you're a realtor, you're using the realty network to sell your homes.
Right.
If you're a car mechanic, you're using databases to look up the parts. Lots of things like that. Everybody uses technology now in their business. We talk about it.
I have to tell you this. Mm-hmm. You guys know me a long time, been around a long time. So I came up to see you after you filmed here, and I was really, really impressed.
Thank you.
So if you're ever up in Vero, you got to stop by his place. It really... Look, I bought something I probably didn't even need because I saw it there.
Right.
Because your displays are so nice.
Yeah, thank you.
And you have everything that has to do basically with technology.
We do. Yeah.
Okay, so you have new stuff that you build, and you have stuff that you've built. Probably, I'm just going to guess that you've built new stuff for people, and you've taken back their old stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is in mint condition anyway, because everything there was like excellent.
Well, thank you.
And you got your backspace, which is all your tech. You got people working there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's not like one guy sitting there. Okay, you got people working there.
Right, yeah.
I mean, how many people do you have in total?
Currently, we have 9 employees, 9 technicians.
And it was quite impressive.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're very proud of it.
When you said, you know what, I want to do a show and I want to bring it down here, because I was so impressed with what you did and the way you run your thing, it was really a feather in my cap when you said, Wayne, I would rather drive down to you and do my show by you because of your setup and what you have than do it else where you were doing it.
Yes, you have a beautiful studio and this is an amazing setup here.
So just so you know, that was like a feather in my cap and it kind of made me feel good. There. All right, so you're going to talk tech with some people that you've done stuff with.
Right.
So, okay.
And we also explain things that are going on with technology companies. For example, we talk about Twitter, we talk about 3D printing, we talk about new technology coming out, explaining things, and whatever's coming on the news, we'll talk about it.
So I have this question to ask you. So Mary's watching, and you mentioned something, and she has a question. Could she email you guys or call you guys and find out the answers to these things?
Yes, definitely.
We're in technology, and technology, I guess, has different pieces. In other words, you have the hardware, you have the software, and on the software section, you have a thing that's called hackers and viruses. Are you going to talk about that too?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
That's a big part of our business, is keeping our customers safe. So we actually educate our clients quite a bit, companies and also individuals, on what to do online and what not to do.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they abide by that and they get no trouble.
We don't abide by that. Okay? That's why you guys are around.
Yes.
You have a business because we don't abide by that.
Yeah. But there's new stuff coming out all the time that we never even think about, scams and stuff. So we talk about these things, and we actually, we will be calling a live scammer on the show. And we'll talk to them.
Really?
And we'll at least show how this works, how they operate.
So let me ask you this. People get viruses all the time.
Yes.
Is everything fixable, or is some viruses so, for lack of a better word, so strong that
fixable is you have to define how to fix it. I mean, if you get a virus, the machine get infected, and your programs might not work. In the worst case scenario, you might steal some information, your
Right.
personal information. That's the worst part. If
Okay.
your machine goes belly up, no big deal. You can replace that, but your personal information is so important to you. That's what we mainly deal with, stuff like that. Then there are also viruses that are destructive. There's no such thing as a virus really that messes up your hardware. There's no such thing.
Okay.
It always messes up the software.
Okay.
But there's also something called encryption viruses, basically, that hold your data for ransom. This has been going around for a couple of years now.
Okay.
Very bad. Where they basically hijack your machine, they encrypt your data with a password that they only have, and then they ask you, hey, please pay us this amount of money.
Is that fixable?
Not really. In that sense, you have to restore from a backup that you have. So you better have a backup.
So it's important to back up because
Right.
I've been in that position where I didn't have a backup,
Yeah, that's important.
and then that stuff was lost.
The more backups, the better. I mean,
So basically, I get a thing, it comes up and says, hey, we've taken over your computer, you have to pay X dollars, call this number, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah, don't pay them.
No.
No.
I shut my computer down and I reboot it.
Right.
But there are some that can actually do that
Yes.
and hold you.
Yes.
Now you have to reboot the computer so everything that you have in there is lost? Or
Yeah, basically they go through a program goes through the whole hard drive and encrypts your data with a key, a security key that only they have. And they promise to you, if you give them money, they'll give that key to you, which it doesn't happen all the time. It's still a gamble. But if you have a backup, you're basically starting over. You restore your data and you're fine.
It's kind of interesting
Right.
because what I've learned, which is minimal, is the virus, they somehow inject it into a program that's hidden.
Right.
And you have to go and search to find it,
Right.
if you could even find it. I mean,
Right.
I guess you guys can find it. But people like us, we're like, really? It just keeps going, oh, look, I got rid of that. No, that doesn't always work.
Right.
Okay? I have told everybody, just because you get an email, don't answer it sometimes and don't open it.
Right.
For me, when I get something I'm questionable, I hit reply sometimes and I see where it came from.
Right. Good. Yeah.
And then I don't answer it or spam it.
Right.
Is there a way that I can report it?
Not really, because the authorities are so busy already with these things. There's millions of these things going on every day. You can wait in a long line and there might be something happening.
Oh, okay.
But it's really, unless you actually lose some money in your bank account,
Right.
then you have to report it, obviously.
Right.
You know, I've seen that many times.
You know, it's, again, for me, technology is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys keep in touch with WRPB and watch our videos, Tech Talk is going to, you'll be probably starting within the next 30 days, I would
Yes,
think.
I will. Yes.
Okay. And there's going to be some really interesting things that I call need to know. And with this, not that I want to take business away from him, but with this information, it'll probably save them some time from having to come to you.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
It's all about educating the customer, and a happy customer, might come back. You
Right.
never know. And it's a good thing to do. So.
Everybody, you want to check them out? How do they find you? You have a phone number?
Yes, we're at 772-567-7888.
And your address?
It's 1525 US 1, Vero Beach, 32960, and we are actually in the old Kmart Plaza.
The building that they're in is a east-west building, and they're to the back section of that
Yes.
where the Kmart was.
Right.
Right, basically on the side of Kmart, you're right across from the side where the cars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you walk out of the movie theater, you turn left, look left, you can see our sign.
And you can hear their music.
Yep.
Because you play music
We
outside.
play music in the parking lot.
Yeah. And it was like ABBA. It was like, I didn't want to go in. I wanted to listen to the music.
See, there you go.
How long are you doing this? How long are you in this industry?
28 years, almost 29. Yeah.
I give you credit for having the patience, and your techs
Thank
having the patience to sit and do what they do. Guys, you got to stop by and see this place. You have a website?
Yes, it's www.actcomp.us, and you can also find us on Facebook under ACT Vero, or just looking for ACT Computers on Google. We'll come right up.
And you'll see it. We'll put it up on this video too.
All right.
Again, it was a
Thank
pleasure.
you, Wayne. Thank you. Same.
Everybody, we'll be right back.